today we're going to continue with the next 6 of our new sight words that we have still to learn in kindergarten. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write them on the board, and then I will read it to you. You at home can then practice reading it and clapping out the letters to spell the word, and then we will read it again. So we have 6 new words this week. We will go ahead and write them all, and then I will model again how we can make a really good sight word sentence using one or more of the sight words in a sentence. So here we go. Our first new word that we're going to be focusing on for this week is this one. Want. W-A-N-T, want. I really want to be back in the classroom with you. Every. E-V-E-R-Y, every. I miss each and every one of you. This is a very important one. Please. P-L-E-A-S-E, please. May I have some cookies, please? May. M-A-Y, may. If the word may is written with a lowercase letter, it's just a sight word that is kind of asking a question like I just did in my last sentence. May I have some cookies, please? If, however, the word has an uppercase letter, M, in the beginning of it, this is actually talking about the month of May, and that's the month that we are in right now. Okay, so a lowercase m is just the sight word may, where you're kind of using it to ask if you can have or do something. If we see it with an uppercase letter, it's the name of the month. This. T-H-I-S, this. This word has a digraph in the beginning, which we had talked a little bit about in our classroom. If a word starts or ends with a TH, it makes the sound where your tongue sticks out of your mouth when you start off by saying it. So when we're reading this word or writing this word, we need to make sure that we have the TH in the beginning, and when we say it out loud, our tongue should be outside of our mouths. This. And the last word that we're going to be working on for this week is the word round. R-O-U-N-D, round. Okay, and that just describes what a shape might look like or what an object might look like. If something is round, it's in the shape of a circle or a ball. Okay, so those were our 6 new sight words this week. Please make sure that you're practicing reading them, that you're also practicing spelling them. I know that on your calendar you're only asked to read it and write it one time, but it is a good idea to do it a few times just so that you're practicing with it as much as you can. You can kind of come up with different ways to do this too. You might want to write your sight words in different colored crayons or markers or colored pencils. Maybe you have, if the weather is nice, you might be able to go outside and write it with chalk on your driveway or on the sidewalk. Try to do it in ways that make it a little more creative and a little bit more fun for you. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to model again how we would write a sentence using one of these sight words. The sentence that I'm going to write actually has 2 of our new words this week. That's kind of a little challenge that you can see, is if you can use more than one of your sight words of this week's sight words in one sentence. So mine is going to be, this ball is round, and it's going to use the words this and round plus a couple of other ones. So my sentence has 4 words in it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go on the left-hand side of my paper. The first word of my sentence was the word this. This is my new sight word for the week. T-H-I-S. This. Remember, please, that the word that starts our sentence has to start with an uppercase letter. So if I were to write it with a lowercase letter t, your teachers would have to correct you, and we would say that that needs to be an uppercase because it starts the sentence. Okay, so make sure that no matter what your word is, whatever it is that you're starting with, that you make sure that it is an uppercase letter. Okay, this ball. Okay, I'm going to leave some finger space next to my word. And for this word, all, I actually hear a sight word that we've also learned with a b sound, like b, baby, right in the front of it. So all, ball. This ball is, I don't have any room over here, I'm going to sweep down to the next line, is, this ball is round. And that was, again, another new sight word for our week, R-O-U-N-D, round. Go back and check to make sure that I've done all of the things that I need to do when I'm writing a good sentence. I do have an uppercase letter in the beginning. I have finger spaces in between my words. I am right now missing my punctuation mark. This is just a sentence, so I'm going to go ahead and just fill it in with a little period. Okay. Again, you can do this with one of your sight words. You can do a couple sentences where you're trying to maybe write 6 sentences, and in each sentence it has one of our new sight words. You can try to see if you can figure out a way to put 2 of your sight words together and make a sentence out using them. But I am really just on the calendar asking you to at least make sure that you're doing it one time this week. That's really important, friends, that you are still trying to continue practicing with your spelling of your sight words and your writing sentences. So even though I'm only asking you to do it one time, I am encouraging you to do it a few times throughout the week just so that you're continuing to practice. Okay? Good job watching this video. Make sure that you're practicing reading those 6 new words: want, every, please, may, this, and round. Those are our new sight words for this week. Miss you all. Bye, friends.